Okay. Welcome. We're going to get started in just a moment. Okay, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be doing a back bending flow. We're going to start with some warm-ups today from a seated position. So please find a comfortable seated position, which might include a blanket to go under your legs and something to support under your hips. Or you can just sit on the floor or on your mat if that's comfortable. And then just sitting up tall. In this exercise, this warm-up, we take our thumbs to the base of the ring finger and then close the fingers over the thumbs and place the palms on the knees. And then focus low down in the hips and take them around in a bit of a circle. And then take it the other way. Back to the center, rolling the shoulders back. And forward. And the hands cross the wrists, the thumbs anchor on the chin, and the fingers slide forward on the side of the neck. And the other hand in front. And then palms to the knees. Next is head circles. You could do half circles in the front from side to side or full circles if they're comfortable. And then the other way. And back to the center. Now let's just take about 8 to 10 breaths to really bring ourselves to be present here in our body, on our mat for this class today. So just closing the eyes or resting them just slightly open. Relaxing the shoulders. Come to awareness of the breath. Okay. Opening the eyes, joining the palms if you wish. Namaste. Once again, thank you for joining us today. We're going to start by interlacing the fingers and turning the palms forward to the front. Keeping the shoulders down. Keep your ribs in as you take your arms up towards the sky, reaching up. And slowly releasing the arms from there. Now we're going to come around to a kneeling position, tabletop, on fours. Maybe kneeling on something soft if you like. Take a few cat-cow tilts from here. Okay, Now coming into neutral position. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk or slide your hands forward. And try to drop in your shoulders. Bring your forehead towards the floor. Puppy pose or kneeling down dog. And then hands in, about halfway, hips forward, kneeling push-up position. And see if you can lower halfway down and hold for a breath. And all the way down, you aren't there already. Now, from here, point the toes. Please reach your left arm out to the side and then peel up the right side of the body. I like to relax my head here, but you can hold it up if you prefer. Your top leg might reach back. And then from here, coming back to flat. Slide your left hand in, right hand out, and peeling up the left side of the body. And then coming back to flat, please bring your hands in beside the chest, but without pressing into the floor. You can even hover your hands off the floor in light cobra. And sliding the hands forward. Just give a nice reach out like you're just stretching in the morning. Nice reach, get nice and long. And rest the forehead for a moment. Now we're going to do a cross lift. So right leg, left arm lifts up. I like to keep my ear in line with my lifted arm, just so you're not overlifting the head. Good. Slowly release that side. Other side. Left leg, right arm. Come out. And slowly releasing down from there. Hands beside the chest again. You could come into a light cobra, or if you feel up to it, come into an upward dog. And then back through to bent knee, downward dog. And please come forward to plank, holding plank or kneeling plank if you prefer. To take it even further, you could come into plank up dog with your heels up, lowering the hips. And hips up and back, downward dog. Down dog, heels up. And heels down. Heels up. And heels down. Please bend the knees, look forward. Step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up into flat back extension. And bending the knees, ragdoll just for a moment because we're back bending. We don't want to be here too long. Fingertips down. Put the right foot forward. Take the left foot way back. Up under the thigh. Or are you reaching up high? And float the hands down. Lower your back knee down. Point the back toes. Press the toes into the floor. See if you can lighten or lift your back knee in that toe pointed position. Some people like to come up like this. Really challenging position though, but try it if you want. And lowering the back knee, left palms flat, right hand on the right thigh, bringing the shoulder up. You might reach up or you might reach back, grabbing your foot. Keep the hips sinking forward. And slowly releasing from there. Tuck the back toes under, hop the back leg forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Now bend the knees, send the right leg way back. So left foot's forward. Low lunge, left side. Put up. The thigh reaching up. And float the hands down. Lower your back knee. Point the back toes. Press the tips of the toenails on the floor. Lighten or lift your back knee. Maybe coming up for a breath or two. And lowering the back knee down. Right palm flat, left hand on the thigh, left shoulder up. Maybe reaching up instead. Maybe lifting or bending the back knee. Keep the hips forward. And slowly unwind from there. Tuck the back toes under, hop the back leg forward. Inhale into flat back extension. Exhale to fold. Then inhale, sweep wide and up. Exhale, namaste. Okay, take a moment to get a sip of water if you like. Adjust your wardrobe if needed. Clear your mat. When you're ready, we're going to take a wide stance on the mat. First position is just standing wide. Now please turn your left toes in slightly and your right toes out 90 degrees. Reaching up, tone your back leg, inhale. Exhale, arms wide, and warrior two. Front hand palm up, reaches up into exalted warrior. Back hand can be on your hip, thigh, or around behind you for your front leg. Right forearm comes down onto the thigh, left arm, an extended side angle pose. You could have the hand on the floor alternatively. Anchor from the back leg. Inhale, draw yourself up. Hands to the hips. You turn your right toes in, left toes out, so we can do the other side. Reaching up, tone your back leg, arms wide to warrior two. Enter your front hand palm up, reaching up, exalted warrior. The forearm or hand down, extended side angle pose. Anchor from your back leg, draw yourself up. Turn your left toes in, keeping the hands on the hips, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Tone the legs, leading with the heart, tilt forward, keeping the flat back. So we don't want to round forward into a forward fold since we're working with back bend. So see if you can actually get the back bend, even that forward fold. It's kind of like working with flat back. Then from here, tucking the tailbone, coming up, bring your heels in. From here, reverse interlace the fingers and turn the palms forward. Take the arms up. Goddess pose. Now imagine there's a post in front of you. Inhale, reach up, grab the top of the post. Exhale, press it down to the solid ground. With your breath, inhale up, exhale down. Pressing the legs up. Now we're going to take the right hand forward, turn the hand palm up, draw the arm up. Either catch hold of the hand behind you or catch hold of the elbow in front. Okay, and bend the knees, goddess pose, horse or horse archer. And strong legs press up. Other hand forward, palm up, arm up, elbow up and back. Or holding the hand from behind. Other side, horse archer. And strong legs press up, toes in, bring feet in. Shake the legs out a bit. Okay, next we're getting into a sun salutation. Come towards the top of the mat. Grounding through the feet. Next inhalation, turn the palms, sweep wide and up. And exhale, dive forward, over the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step, walker, jump back. You can go right to down dog or through the vinyasa, an up dog or a cobra. Once you're in down dog, you could hold down dog or inhale, come forward to plank, or you can plank up dog, then exhale back to down dog. Inhale, plank or plank up dog, exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank or plank up dog, exhale, down dog. One more time if you like. On the next exhalation, bend the knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Firm the legs, inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, namaste. Standing towards the middle of your mat. Hands in airplane wing position, coming into a version of airplane or warrior three. Shifting to the right foot, start to tilt forward and take your left leg back. You can even keep your back toes on the floor if you're having trouble balancing. This might be where you want to hang out. If you want to go further, keep lifting up in the back leg. You can keep your arms here, or you could take a bit of a back bend, or you could come right into warrior three by reaching forward. And inhale, slowly tilting back upright. Take a breath or two to compose yourself. All right, now shifting to the left foot, tilting forward, right foot goes back, finding your balance. Maybe continue a little further, maybe a little further. Inhale, coming back up to standing position. If you need a little sip of water, go for it. Okay. Going for a sun salutation B. Standing towards the top of the mat. It's a bit of an adaptation of sun salutation B, I should say. From here, bend the knees and back in chair pose. We're holding chair pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold over to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, full bend the knees, plant the hands, step, walk, or jump back. You could go right to downward dog or through vinyasa. And then feet a little closer together. Take your right leg up and over, bending the knee and lifting it. Scorpion tail, it's sometimes called, or wild dog. And swing that leg all the way forward between the hands. Turn your back heel down if you can. Come up into warrior one, but interlace behind. Kali mudra and position. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Release the hands, lean forward, step or slide up, grab your left foot with your left hand, press back into Natarajasana, dancer's pose. You need to use a strap, you can use a strap here. From here to push-up position, so stepping back, hands down, foot back, you can go right to downward dog or through another vinyasa. This time, feet a little closer, left leg up and over. And swing that leg all the way forward between the hands, turn the back heel down. Inhale, rising up, interlace behind, Kali mudra, heart opening, warrior one. And then from there, we're going to lean forward, step up. You might release your hands, catch hold of your right leg. Natarajasana, dancer's pose. And then hands down, step back, and go right to downward dog or through vinyasa. And from here, we're going to swing the right leg forward for king pigeon pose. Right leg forward. King pigeon upright. Ideally, stay upright today because we're back bending. Take a little longer here. And find your way back through downward facing dog. Maybe throwing in a vinyasa if you're feeling you got a lot of energy. And then left leg forward for other side of king pigeon. Your square, upright posture, tailbone tucked. And then coming back through, downward facing dog. And then from here, coming to kneeling. From kneeling, coming forward to kneeling push-up. And then from kneeling push-up, lowering down to chaturanga, to the floor. And then from here, bend the knees, reach back, catch hold of the feet or ankles, then press back, Dhanurasana, bow. Now keep hold of your feet as you slowly lower down and just squeeze the feet in towards your hips. Some of you might be able to flip your hands around, press down into the feet, and come up. But most people, not so much. It's a pretty tight part of the body. Do what you can. Okay, then releasing the legs here. And then hands underneath the shoulders. Press up to all fours. Coming into tiger pose. You're going to take the right leg back, the left arm forward. You can stay there or take it into half bow by reaching back and grabbing the foot. Slowly release. Other side, left leg back, right arm forward. Stay there or grab that foot. And slowly release from there. Knees together, feet wide. Sit back on your heels. Take a little breath. Take a break. If you need a little swig of water, now is a good time. But if you want to take it further and use this time to go deeper, come back into Supta Virasana. You can come back onto your hands, onto your elbows, like so, or even all the way back onto your back, and even reaching over top. This is a pretty challenging pose too, especially if you're new to it. So don't sweat it if you don't feel like you master it on the first day. It's a challenging one. Now come up without twisting. Forward. And we're going to spin around to a seated position. Have the feet about hip width apart. And then sit forward against your heels. From there, we're going to lie back, bend the elbows, press the back of the elbows on the floor, and lift the hips up into a little bridge. Maybe rolling the shoulders under. And then you could choose to hold longer. You could come down for a second and come up again, or change into full wheel with your hands beside your ears. If you're really feeling like you can come up onto your head or up even further, go for it. Try to keep your toes in. And then slowly coming down from there. Now before you hug your legs in, if you haven't already, catch hold behind your hamstrings, extend your legs. You can point or flex your toes. I like to point them usually. With the hands gripping the hamstrings, we're going to curve the spine like an arch. Come onto the crown of the head. So the elbows stay down, forearms, the hips, just arcing the spine like a bridge. This pose is also kind of challenging, so feel free to skip it if you need. And then coming back, tucking the chin, hug your knees now in towards you. Good work. That was some pretty deep back bending. Now from here, hugging your knees in, tuck your chin. If you prefer to, you kind of roll to your side, but if it's comfortable, get some momentum rolling back and forth to come up to a seated position. And then see if you can find Malasana, garland pose. That's seated squat position. And this is a pose, you could say it's a prerequisite to doing crow. If you wanted to practice crow, you could. But if you're struggling with this pose, usually you'll struggle with crow as well. So you want to get this one down first. Now let's come to a seated position for Navasana. Boat pose, bouncing on your 3 points. Catch hold behind your hamstrings, extend the arms, chest lifted, feet up. Keep reaching forward. Maybe even legs forward, really working it. And then coming down, Baddha Konasana, cobbler's seat. Feet together, knees wide, sit up tall. You can stay here in Baddha Konasana or take your feet forward before you come forward. So sometimes rounding from feet back is nicer. For some people, rounding with the feet forward is nicer. I like the feet forward today. Slowly sitting up, catch hold of your big toes. Balancing, see if you can bring your feet forward. This might be your practice is working on your balance here. Some people it's more of a stretch practice, or if you can start to take your legs forward, still balancing. Legs wide is another option. I find that gives me a better stretch and I can straighten my legs. And then Upavishta Konasana is next. So the legs wide, seated position. So nice and tall. For me, this is about as far forward as my hips will tilt at the moment. This is the position I would hold. But if you can go further, if you can lie all the way forward into the floor, some people could just take a nap straight forward from here. If you can do that, lie forward. Otherwise, this position works too. Okay, sitting up, taking the feet together. And Dandasana, hands can rest on the lap as you sit up tall for a bit, or press into the floor and lift, sitting up tall. And then setting down, take your right leg back into Janu Shirshasana A or B, and then sit up nice and tall, square to your left foot, tilt forward, catch hold of your ankle or your foot, or use a strap if you have one. Inhale, come back upright, changing legs, right leg forward, left leg down, your Shirshasana variation of your choice. Sitting up tall, tilting forward, again, ankle, foot, or use a strap if you have one. And then the legs in, lifting up and cross-legged, coming back, downward facing dog, and then lowering the knees down. We're going to do a kneeling twist, or inverted twist, it's sometimes called. So we take the left arm up and through, left shoulder down, looking up if you can. Some people like to take it into a deeper balance by taking the leg up. It's easy to fall over, so do be careful. I don't want anybody breaking their fine china, anything like that. Okay, and then coming down, wrist up, other side, coming through, shoulder down. Maybe leg up. And then back down, coming to center. Take the knees wide, ideally even extra wide. You can get wider than your mat. That's even better. I have an extra wide mat. I still want to go wider. And then sitting back on the heels, arms forward, wide-legged child's pose. Have passive arms for this one. So elbows down or hands on your head, however you prefer. Okay, walking the hands in, knees in. Now let's come around onto our back. If you have a block, I recommend having a block handy. You might want to use it for some of the upcoming stuff. So lying back, the feet flat, we're gonna do a twist. So we want to offset our hips a bit to the right. So lift your hips, set them down to the right, extend the left leg, right foot on the left knee or behind. And then you reach your right arm out to the side. Left arm grabs the right leg and pulls gently over into a twist. You could even use a block to rest into. And looking right if it's comfortable. Back to center. Lift and shift the hips over to the left. Extend the right leg. Left foot gently on the right knee. Left arm out, right hand grabs the left leg, pulls gently over to the right. Looking left if it's comfortable. And please come back to the center. Hug your knees in towards you. Knees close or knees wide, as you prefer. And catching hold of your ankles or feet or big toes. Happy baby. Maybe with a stretch. Try to keep your low back on the floor here. And pressing the legs up. Viparita Karate. You can do it with your hips on the floor. Or is my preference to put a block medium height underneath the hips. You could use whatever height you want, but that's the one I like. Chest lifted. Legs up. Take about 10 to 12 breaths here. You can do this against a wall if you like. You can even stay at the wall for final relaxation if you prefer. Bending the knees. You could stay longer if you like. When you're ready, find a position of deep relaxation, or which can facilitate deep relaxation. So this is a low back support position with the knees together, feet wide. It creates a nice stable support so your legs can relax, and the low back curve is flattened out a little bit so it's comfortable for the low back. But you could extend your legs in classical Shavasana if you prefer. Whatever position, it should be effortless and comfortable. Once you're there, let's lock it into stillness and hold for just a few minutes. Please take your time. I always recommend take the Shavasana as long as you can. It gets harder and harder the longer you hold it, and part of the process of Shavasana is holding it longer. So take as much time as you can, as much time as you need in the pose. Thank you all for joining us today, and I hope that you'll join us again next time. Hopefully you get a lot out of the practice, and if you have any questions, I'm always happy to hear from you. So thank you all. Namaste.